I got some that throw it back and make me drop the cans. I told Ben Frank just to drop a pin. I could let my fit go to the highest bid. Yes, I might drop in. It all depends. Junior high, I was dreaming of a 10. I'm coming clean though. I mean, not a spec. My girl be serving looks. I can the chef. Katana sword popping out my walking cane. I'm overseas.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we should have a fun one on our hands. It's the Lions coming in at 1-3, going up against the Panthers, who come in at 0-4.
All right, Larry, first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. This is Lacey. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the pick. There and a first.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Hot, 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 hot,
hot. Newton on first down. And caught left side, Olsen. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On second down, Lacey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it. Here's Lacey. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. That good for 19 and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 18-yard line. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Coming left is Lacey. Lacey's got the first and a little extra. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it first and goal. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Matt Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. And his kick is good. Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience is early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football.
Switch, switch, switch. Hot, hot, hot. Hot, hot, hot.
9 yards to go. It's third down. Throwing is Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taking it about the 16. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They begin the drive with Lacey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Ezekiel Ziggy Ansah with a tackle for loss. Just think he's still learning the game of football. Didn't play a heck of a lot of it in his native country, and at BYU was just scratching the surface before he hit the NFL.
Yeah, from Ghana, where he really liked soccer and basketball, but football's okay for him, right?
Yeah, I think it's worked out very well. Drafted on potential, he's realizing it here.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back win. When a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
They'll hand it off. Lacey. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Back-to-back one-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Newton to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. On the catch, it's Jarius Wright. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the red zone now, Newton. He'll set up the screen to Lacey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Eddie Lacey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And he is knocked down from the side at the 14.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They start the drive with Abdullah. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Amir Abdullah, the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Amir Abdullah, his 3rd touchdown. 6 points. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And coming up later tonight in the NFL, we'll have the Chiefs heading down to Houston to take on the Texans. And then on Monday night, it'll be an NFC North battle. Vikings and Bears from Soldier Field.
Traditional rivals getting after it one more time.
They start the drive on the ground with Lacey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now a play fake here on first down. Smith catches left side. That one goes for 24 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
On first down, Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
We've been together a little while now, partner. How often do we actually describe tight ends as nifty? Because that's what I think of when I see Greg Olsen on the field. His ability to run routes, create space and separation, and make those catches downfield.
And sure consistent. The numbers the last couple years almost identical, and both over 1,000-yard seasons. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
To throw on second down is Newton. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Lacey. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal. Lacey will try again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that is going to set up third and goal. Here's Newton. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Panthers. Olsen. Greg Olsen. His second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Stafford on first down. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down. A good pickup there at 22. On first down, Abdullah. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Again, it's Abdullah. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Third and 2, Stafford. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And from down in Miami, an update. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. He's going to loft one deep left, and this throw will be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Good move at the 30. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Play fake to Abdullah. It's Stafford. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 2nd and 10, Stafford again. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Josh Malone, and now it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. 30, past the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be knocked down sideways.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Give him 30 yards there.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. So out now come the Lions. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So the D-line's going to spread out. And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on second down is Stafford. That's taken in by the rookie, Josh Malone. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Lions on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Stafford. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not a good return here. He is brought down at the 7-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And tough starting field position here. Second half starts with a run by Abdullah. Able to spin free. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I know it's a cliche, and coaches always talk about it's a team game. We need all 11 to win. But let's face it, Detroit really needs Amir Abdullah to have runs like that all season long.
Missed a lot of time with injuries, especially recently. Now, Theo Riddick wound up leading the Lions in rushing last year with just 357 yards. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Second down now after the pass completion.
50-50. Hey, set. 180.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
So under the category of, while it can't be us because we're not that good, but could you imagine if this was you? LeGarrette Blount, his first 1,000-yard season since, what, 2010, his rookie year? And 18 touchdowns in the regular season? And no longer with New England.
He is over 30 now. He turned 30 in December. I don't know if that played a factor, but yeah, such a productive year, and then he's gone.
Well, that just tells you this. Now he's going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder trying to prove something.
On second down, here's Stafford. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Here's Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They snap it to Stafford. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers will get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now Newton on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dan Williams busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Here's Newton now on second down. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's right. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. First down, it's Newton. Caught left side by Funchess. And he gets it down to the 32. That throw good for 4. It's second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Newton throwing again. Throw left side complete. It's right. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end right, tight end right. You're set. Four down, check. Four down.
On first and 10, Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Lions have recovered. And for how much Cam handles the football, he really doesn't fumble a whole lot, but coughed it up there.
And I know that a lot of people seeing that play, they immediately go back to the Super Bowl against Denver and Von Miller knocking it free from Cam. But I think you're exactly right. One of the underrated aspects of his game, he's fundamentally sound when he carries the football. Whether he's in the pocket or actually running it, he usually does a great job of taking care of it.
He'll have to shake that one off. Looking downfield for Jones. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 62 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the play.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Amir Abdullah with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Now a first down carry. It's Lacy. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They stay on the ground on first down with Lacey. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. 2nd down following the run. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Lacey. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
The Panthers on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Newton. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So here come the Lions now. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Play clock winding down. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Time running out here on the play clock. Following the penalty, Abdullah. And Abdullah lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Lions on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. Oh, one more time.
Won't he just stand still?
21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Panthers coming out now. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because it's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jacobs. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Newton. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They go play action here on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. This offense so far on 3rd down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Gano's kick is right through. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Julius Peppers in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Looking to throw on second down. Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Lions on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be third and a mile. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Truthfully, I thought the offensive line did an excellent job on that play. We know they can only hold off pass rushers for so long, but I thought they did a great job keeping them at bay for a long, long time, even though he was hit at the end of that play.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. So the D-line's going to spread out. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Desperation time for Stafford on fourth down. And he's got Snead. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. They got 29 yards there. And the Lions are going to have a first. Again, it's Stafford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Julius Peppers in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Back to throw. Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. A very solid gain of 27.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively. And completes to Lewis over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. That one goes for 24 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Prater on to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
On third down, Newton, flush to his right. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up fourth. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Tate. A quick feed from Tate. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Stafford on first down. He's going to let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on, and it's second down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And it's third down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. The Lions on third down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
It's in the fourth quarter down in Miami. The Dolphins have added on, and they seem to be pulling away in that one. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. It's up and good, and they add one more to what will wind up a fairly lopsided victory. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Carolina, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.